which is the result of COVID, which has ravaged the country and shrunk the GDP to unprecedented low of minus 23% in the first quarter of the last fiscal, and pushed the fiscal deficit also to all-time high of 9.5%. In spite of the prevailing unfavorable conditions, the Finance Minister has painted a rosy picture for the next fiscal and keep it on the pedestal with 6 pillars. Let us all hope and wish the ministry a good luck. Generally, in our schooling days, a bright student was always patted by the principal, by the teachers, and also the management, because they all felt that the student will get laurels to the school. The same thing is not happening in the country, because when a state is performing, it is the duty of the Prime Minister or the Finance Minister and the Government of India to give a pat to the states which are performing and which are the growth engines of the country, especially because the economy has to be revived and to be put back on the track. But it is not this way which is happening to the state of Telangana, which I represent from. We do not have any name in the budget, nor the 15th Finance Commission recommendations were considered, because the 15th Finance Commission has recommended for state-specific funds which are not accepted by the Government of India. Neither we could get a project nor the recommendations were accepted. The 14th Finance Commission has recommended 2.43%, and which has brought down by 15th Finance Commission to 2.133, and which is going to come down to 2.102 between 21 to 26. How can a performing state like Telangana be ignored for? Because Telangana is a revenue surplus state, and last year our GDP was 8.2%, and before that year it was 9.5%. Our expenditure, capital expenditure, was 45% in the last year, sir, when compared to the Finance Minister proposal of 34.5 for the coming fiscal. But when it coming to the big ticket projects, all the big ticket projects are going to the states where the elections are happening. I can understand the political equations of the Finance Minister, but what I say is at least the states which are performing have to be considered. Our working President K.T. Ramarao keeps saying that the Government of India is giving all the awards and rewards for the Telangana state, but when it comes to projects or incentives or the allocations, they are showing thumbs down to the Telangana state, sir. And this budget is one among such documents. I request the Honorable Finance Minister to show some magnanimity to Telangana and also give us due share in the budget and the Finance Commission, because this is a newly formed state in the Mother India. When it comes to agriculture, as the Prime Minister has rightly said, the MSP is going to continue. We really appreciate that, sir, because as we all know that MSP needs a legal backing, or it should be given it in writing, sir. MSP definitely stabilizes the price, and it is an assurance to the farmer. MSP ensures the threshold limit for his produce and prevents him from distress sale also. When it comes to MSP, the government, the Swaminathan Commission has recommended 1.5 times, whereas the Government of India is giving only the A2 plus FL, in which the A2, which includes the seed, the investment on the seed, the fertilizer, manure, and the machine labor, and the FL includes the farm labor. Whereas Swaminathan Committee has recommended the C2 also, which includes the interest on the owned land and also imputed interest on the capital. So, provided if C2 is also considered and given to the farmers, that is the need of the hour to the farmers, sir. In the combined state of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana was always neglected. So, when Telangana has happened, our Honorable Chief Minister KCR Garu has seen that the focus should be on agriculture in the first 5 years. Accordingly, he has invested over 80,500 crores on the Kaleshwaram project and has seen that it is finished in 3.5 to 4 years, which is going to cater the area cut of 45 lakh hectares in 21 districts, sir. And it also meets the requirements of the drinking water in both Hyderabad and Secunderabad. When it comes to the undeclared policy of the Government of India, when two states are divided, it is necessary and mandatory that the Government of India has to give a national status to at least to each state, the way it has given Polavaram to Andhra Pradesh. We do not mind giving Polavaram to national status to Andhra Pradesh, but we were requesting for national status for Kaleshwaram since long, sir. I request the Honorable Finance Minister and the Prime Minister also to please consider and reimburse the expenditure made by Telangana government. When it comes to Government of India, the the Prime Minister was talking, saying that they have lots of concern to the family, to the farmers' welfare. I really do not doubt that, but I request the Finance Minister to please to consider this capital formation which has to happen in the agriculture sector, especially in the irrigation structures. So I request the government to consider taking up this as a national project. The second point when I would want to talk is a contradiction. The farmers have apprehension that the APM MCs will be dismantled, but the government, the Prime Minister, I just started, sir, only 1 minute. The Honorable Prime Minister has said that they are going to put 1 lakh crores for the Agriculture Infrastructure Fund, which will definitely boost these activities. So I request the Finance Minister to please explain and remove the apprehensions of the farmers, sir. When it comes to the 15th Finance Commission, the 15th Finance Commission, as I said, has neglected the states like Telangana. Not only Telangana, most of the states were requesting for 50% of devolution of funds, but the same 41% has continued, and it is said that the award period of the 15th Finance Commission will continue with the 41%. When the Finance Minister announced that Telangana would get 16,726 crores as devolution, but if you look at the correct figures, we got only 11,721 crores, which is a deficit of 5,000 crores, sir. And the Finance Minister proposed rupees 13,990 crores for the next financial year, which is less by 2,750 crores, sir. I request the Finance Minister to give us the exact figures because we can plan the programs. I have a suggestion in this also. When the Government of India cannot give the required allocated devolution funds, I request the Government of India to increase the FRBM limits, outside the FRBM limits. I've just started, sir, only two. Yeah.
You have to conclude now.
We are requesting to give our share in the...
Now your party have another speaker. You have to come.
We are requesting for our share in the cess and surcharges, sir. I request the Finance Minister to please consider that also. And I was told that the Finance Minister is going to consider the rationalization of the centrally sponsored schemes. I request not to consider these schemes because they are very vital for poor and downtrodden, sir.